Welcome. We've got some thrilling Arsenal news lined up for you, so stay tuned until the end to catch all the latest updates. And don't forget to leave 300 likes to keep us motivated in bringing you the latest Arsenal updates. Igor Tudor's arrival at Tottenham has given fans a glimmer of hope amid a grim season, especially after his first match in charge, a bruising 4-1 North London derby loss to Arsenal at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. While Spurs were outclassed overall, with the Gunners' Victor Gyökeres and Eberechi running riot, one positive shone through: Randal Kolo Muani's display. The French striker grabbed his first Premier League goal for the club, nicking the ball off Declan Rice with sharp pressing before smashing home a low finish to briefly level things up. Tudor's effusive praise post-match, calling it a good game and stressing the late sub was tactical to chase the result, not down to poor form, carries extra weight given their successful Juventus link-up, where Kolo Muani banged in goals after a dry spell. The Croatian gaffer's comments have sparked proper optimism among the Spurs faithful that Kolo Muani could finally nail down a regular spot up top, amid stiff competition from Richarlison, Dominic Solanke, and Mathys Tel. Despite a controversial disallowed second goal, chalked off for a supposed push on Gabriel, his pressing, physicality, and intelligent runs stood out in a match that exposed Spurs' bad habits and the yawning gap to elite sides. Sitting precariously in 16th, just 4 points above the drop zone, Tudor's belief in the former PSG man offers a ray of light in a wretched campaign. Here's hoping this budding rapport sparks a resurgence and drags the club to safety. Jurgen Klopp speaks out about Arsenal hammer Spurs in North London derby rout. 4-1 glory sends Gunners 5 clear at the top. Arsenal absolutely smashed it in the North London derby, handing out a proper 4-1 thrashing to Tottenham at their own gaff. The Gunners turned up at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium and left no doubt who rules this patch, putting on a masterclass that had the red half of North London buzzing. Victor Gyökeres and Eberechi were on absolute fire, each bagging a brace to tear Spurs apart. Gyökeres looked like the real deal, best showing since he rocked up at the Emirates, while just loves haunting the Lily-Whites, adding to his tally against them like it's personal. The result wasn't just 3 points, it was a massive statement. Arsenal stretched their lead at the top of the Premier League, opening up a decent gap over those chasing pack, especially Man City. Title race? It's heating up nicely, and the Gunners are looking the part under Arteta. Gary Neville was full of praise, saying Arsenal properly answered the questions and showed they've got the bottle to handle the pressure in this title scrap. No bottling here, just proper character when it mattered most. Jurgen Klopp chipped in with some high praise too. He said, "Arsenal are the best team in the world right now. They've got the best attackers, the best midfielders, and the best defenders. They're sensational, and this 4-1 win shows how mature they are in big derbies like this." The fallout was mental. Arsenal fans went proper wild on socials, dishing out banter left, right and center to wind up the Spurs lot. Highlights, bench cam clips showing the lads going mental, and even the milestone of hitting 1,000 away goals in the Prem got a massive celebration. Proper iconic moment this season. With that sort of momentum, the lads will fancy their chances in the next big one against Chelsea at the Emirates. Gyökeres and carrying that form? Could be fireworks. All in all, this wasn't just a win. It was Arsenal flexing, showing they're the real deal in the hunt for silverware. North London is red, and the Gunners are marching on. Arsenal injury woes. Saka, White and Havertz updates ahead of Chelsea clash. Arteta gives hopeful news. Arsenal are nursing a few knocks ahead of the massive London derby against Chelsea at the Emirates this Sunday, with the Gunners sitting pretty 5 points clear at the top after that, smashing 4-1 over Spurs. The injury list is giving Mikel Arteta a proper headache as the fixtures pile up across all fronts, but there's cautious optimism in the camp that most of the big names could be back in the fold soon. Bukayo Saka handed everyone a right scare in the North London derby when he limped off late on after an awkward tangle with Xavi Simons. The lad was in a spot of bother but walked off the pitch under his own steam and even joined in the post-match celebrations without looking too worse for wear. Arteta stayed stum afterwards, but the word is an update's coming in Friday's presser. Fingers crossed the England star shakes it off in time for Chelsea. Ben White was a notable absentee from the Spurs thrashing, sidelined by what Arteta called a little niggle, picked up in training. Nothing too dramatic by the sounds of it, but enough to keep the reliable right-back out of the squad. The club's holding out hope he'll be patched up and raring to go against the Blues, especially with the backline needing all hands on deck in this run-in. Kai Havertz has been on the treatment table again, missing 4 straight games since tweaking something in the 3-0 win over Sunderland back on February 7th. Arteta tried to rush him back for Spurs but admitted it was too early unfortunately, showing the gaffers playing it safe with the German. His potential return against his old club Chelsea would be a massive boost, adding that extra spark up top when the pressure's really on. The medical room isn't completely empty beyond those 3, mind. Youngster Max Daumann is edging closer to a comeback after nearly 3 months out with ankle ligament damage from a December friendly. He's back in training now and could even make the bench for Chelsea, giving Arteta a handy option from the academy ranks amid the busy schedule. Mikel Merino's situation is the longer-term worry. He went under the knife for a stress fracture picked up in the defeat to United at the end of January. Arteta confirmed the op went smoothly but reckons we're talking months rather than weeks. 3, 4 or 5, we don't know. If he misses the rest of the season, the Spaniard might set his sights on the World Cup with his country instead. These knocks come at a tricky time, with the Carabao Cup final against City looming and battles in Europe too. Arteta's squad depth is being tested to the limit, but the spirit in the camp remains high after that derby demolition. The lads showed real bottle to keep pushing even with bodies dropping. All eyes now turn to Friday's press conference for the definitive word on Saka, White, and Havertz ahead of Sunday's showdown. A clean bill or near enough would be music to every Gunner's ears as Arsenal chase that elusive Premier League crown. So YG. The Gunners are marching on despite the bumps and bruises. North London is red, and this title race is far from over. Thanks for watching Arsenal Time. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Continue following the Gunners' journey with us, and see you in the next video. Come on, you Gunners!